Have you ever found yourself reaching for a chair or the wall just to steady yourself, when just a few years ago, walking across the room felt like second nature? Maybe you've noticed your footing isn't quite as sure, or you avoid certain activities out of fear of slipping, tripping, or falling. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone, and you're definitely not helpless. The truth is, after 65, our bodies start to send little signals. Maybe it's a wobble while standing in line, a missed step on the porch, or even that tiny lurch when you turn too quickly. It might feel small at first, but these moments are more than just getting older. They're gentle reminders from our bodies saying, "Hey, we need a little extra support here." And here's the good news. You can give your body that support with just a few simple moves that don't require fancy equipment, a gym membership, or hours of exercise. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 easy exercises that can help you feel more steady on your feet, move with more confidence, and most importantly, help prevent those dangerous falls that are all too common after 65. These are movements you can do right at home, at your own pace, and they really do make a difference. So, let's jump right into the first one, and don't worry, we'll go nice and slow. Let's start with one of the most underrated yet powerful exercises, standing leg lifts. Now, I know what you might be thinking. That sounds simple enough? And you're right. But sometimes, the simplest things are the most effective. Here's how you do it. Stand behind a chair or at the kitchen counter, something sturdy you can lightly hold on to. Shift your weight onto one foot and slowly lift the other leg out to the side. Just a few inches off the ground is perfectly fine. Hold for a second or two, then bring it back down. Then switch legs. You're not trying to do ballet here. You're training your body to balance on one foot at a time while strengthening the muscles that keep your hips and thighs stable. That's especially important because the hips are your body's control tower when it comes to balance. Try to do 10 gentle lifts on each side once or twice a day. As you get more confident, you can try doing it without holding on. But always, make sure something sturdy is nearby just in case. The key is slow, controlled movements, not speed. As you do this over time, you may start to notice that those little wobbly moments become less frequent. It's not about becoming an athlete. It's about becoming more confident in your everyday movements. Whether you're stepping out of the shower, walking down the driveway, or turning around in the kitchen, those are the real-life moments that matter. Now, let's talk about posture. It might not sound exciting, but it plays a huge role in balance. Think about it. Have you ever caught yourself slouching more than you used to? Maybe your shoulders round forward, your head tilts down, or your back just doesn't feel as upright as it once did. That kind of posture throws off your center of gravity, making it easier to trip or stumble. One great way to improve posture and strengthen your core at the same time is with what I like to call the wall stand. All you need is a blank wall and a few minutes. Stand with your back against the wall, feet about 6 inches away, and try to press the back of your head, your shoulder blades, and your bottom gently into the wall at the same time. You might find that only 1 or 2 points touch at first, and that's okay. Just focus on standing tall, feeling that line of alignment from your head down to your heels. Hold it for about 20 seconds, then rest. Try it 2 or 3 times a day. This little practice trains your muscles to remember what standing tall feels like. And when you carry that tall posture into your daily life, whether you're walking the dog or cooking dinner, you're giving your body a solid foundation to stay balanced. And speaking of foundations, let's not forget about our feet. They do so much work holding us up all day, but we often take them for granted. A simple exercise called the heel-to-toe walk can make a big difference. Picture yourself walking along a tightrope. Only there's no actual rope, of course, just your living room floor. To do this one, find a clear space and stand up tall. Step forward by placing one foot directly in front of the other, so the heel of your front foot touches the toes of your back foot. It might feel awkward at first, and that's okay. The goal here is to challenge your balance in a safe way. Take 5 or 10 steps forward, using a wall or counter for support if needed. Then turn around and come back. This exercise is so effective because it mimics real-life movement while forcing your brain and muscles to work together to stay balanced. It strengthens the small stabilizer muscles in your ankles, feet, and legs that we don't often think about until they fail us. And here's something else you might notice after trying these exercises for a few days. It's not just your balance that improves, it's your confidence. Suddenly, walking to the mailbox doesn't feel like an obstacle course. You stop dreading trips to the grocery store. You might even feel more like your old self again, the one who didn't have to think twice before stepping off a curb or dancing in the kitchen. Balance isn't just physical. It's deeply connected to how we feel about moving through the world. And that feeling of confidence, that's priceless. You deserve to feel steady. You deserve to feel safe. And you deserve to enjoy your days without fear of falling. Let's keep going. We've started building strength in the legs, improved posture, and gotten the feet and ankles working for us. There's another important area we need to pay attention to next, because balance doesn't just come from below the waist. In fact, one of the most important but often overlooked parts of the body for staying steady is right in the middle. Your core. Now, I know the word core might make you think of sit-ups or those intimidating workout classes at the gym. But don't worry, that's not what we're talking about here. When I say core, I mean the deep muscles around your stomach, lower back, and even your sides. These are the muscles that help you stay upright when you twist, bend, or catch yourself from falling. Imagine your core as the body's anchor. When it's strong, everything feels more stable. When it's weak, even simple movements like reaching into a cabinet or turning to grab something off the counter can throw you off balance. But here's the encouraging part. You don't need to do anything intense to start strengthening this area. There's one exercise I love that's both gentle and incredibly effective. It's called the seated knee lift. All you need is a sturdy chair and a little space. Sit near the edge of the chair with your back nice and straight, feet flat on the floor. Place your hands lightly on the sides of the chair for support. Now, slowly lift one knee toward your chest, just a few inches is plenty. Hold for a moment and lower it back down. Then switch to the other leg. Try doing this 10 times on each side. If that feels like too much at first, start with 5, or even 3, and work your way up. The important thing is to stay controlled. Don't rush. As you lift your leg, your belly and lower back muscles engage to help you stay stable. You might feel a slight wobble at first, and that's okay. That just means your muscles are waking up and doing their job. And while you're at it, pay attention to your posture. Try to sit tall, keeping your shoulders relaxed and your head up. This helps train those core muscles even more, and it can also help ease some of the back and neck tension that many of us carry around without even realizing it. Another gentle but powerful movement is the single leg stand. This one is great because it mimics everyday situations where we naturally shift weight, like getting into bed, putting on socks, or stepping into the shower. To practice it safely, stand near a kitchen counter or a sturdy table that you can lightly hold for balance. Start by standing with your feet hip-width apart. Then slowly lift one foot off the ground, just a couple of inches, and try to hold that position for about 10 seconds. Don't forget to breathe. Then gently lower your foot and switch to the other side. If 10 seconds feels like too much, try 5, or even 2. The point isn't perfection, it's progress. Over time, you'll feel yourself getting steadier. Your body will start to remember what it feels like to balance without panicking, and that kind of confidence can spill into so many areas of your life. You might notice something interesting as you do these exercises. It's not just your legs or your belly that get tired. It's your mind, too. That's because balance isn't only physical. It's a mental game. Your brain is constantly sending messages to your muscles, telling them how to react, how to correct, how to adjust. So when you practice balance, you're training your brain too. That's why mindfulness, just being aware of how your body feels and moves, is such an important part of this journey. Even something as simple as brushing your teeth while standing on one leg, or pausing to stand tall and take a few deep breaths during the day, can add up over time. These small moments of awareness create real change. Now, let's talk about walking. Yes, something as basic as walking can be one of your best tools for preventing falls, if you do it the right way. Many people shuffle when they walk, or they walk too quickly and don't lift their feet enough. That kind of movement can actually increase the risk of tripping. So instead, I want you to think about what I call the mindful walk. Next time you're walking through the house or down the driveway, slow down just a little. Pay attention to each step. Roll your foot from heel to toe. Pick your feet up just a little higher than usual, and swing your arms gently. It helps. With balance. If you're walking outdoors, try to keep your eyes scanning ahead of you, not just looking at your feet. That way, your brain can anticipate what's coming, whether it's a bump in the sidewalk or a loose stone in the garden. And while walking is fantastic, remember that it doesn't need to be a marathon. A few minutes here and there, several times a day, can make a huge difference. You might walk laps around your living room or take a gentle stroll after lunch. The key is consistency, not intensity. Here's the beautiful thing about all of this. The more you practice balance, the more it becomes second nature. Those little moments, like turning to reach for the salt or stepping over the cat without thinking twice, they start to feel easier, more natural, less risky. And if you've ever had a fall before, or even a close call, you know how deeply it can shake your confidence. It makes you cautious, nervous, even afraid to move too much. That's completely understandable. But here's the truth. You are not fragile. You are capable. And every single step you take, every leg lift, every stand, every walk, is a quiet act of strength and resilience. You're not trying to turn back the clock. You're moving forward, with wisdom and grace, taking care of yourself in a way that honors where you are now. And there's something incredibly powerful about that. We've talked about your legs, your posture, your core, even your feet, and walking patterns. There's one final piece to the puzzle that ties it all together, and it's something most people never think about until it's too late. The importance of reaction time. You see, balance isn't just about standing still or walking in a straight line. It's also about how quickly your body can respond when something unexpected happens. Maybe you trip on the edge of a rug. Maybe your foot slips a little on the driveway. In those split seconds, it's your reflexes that save you. The faster your body can react, the less likely you are to fall. But, just like muscles, reflexes need regular attention to stay sharp. And no, you don't have to bounce around or do anything that feels unsafe. There's a gentle way to work on this, and you can even make it fun. Here's one simple and surprisingly effective exercise. The light touch reach. Stand near a counter or table. Then place a small object, like a sponge, a cup, or even a set of keys, a few feet away from you, slightly off to the side. While keeping one hand lightly touching the counter for safety, reach out and tap the object, then return to standing upright. Try reaching with your right hand, then your left, and alternate a few times. This gentle twisting motion does two things. It builds your coordination and strengthens the stabilizer muscles in your back, shoulders, and sides, muscles you use every time you twist, catch your balance, or change direction. It also gives your brain that little surprise moment, helping it stay alert and responsive. Another great way to boost reaction time is with gentle tapping exercises. You can do this sitting or standing. Just lift one foot a few inches off the ground and tap it lightly in front of you, then to the side, then behind you. Imagine you're drawing a triangle with your toe. Then switch feet. This trains your legs to respond to changes in direction and helps your brain stay in sync with your movements. The more you engage your body in new, slightly unexpected motions, the more it learns how to respond automatically, and that can be the difference between a quick recovery and a hard fall. And let's not forget, your environment plays a big role in this too. Practicing balance is powerful, but it's even more effective when paired with a safe home setup. So take a little walk around your house. Are there rugs that slip underfoot? Wires near your feet? Dim corners that could use a little more light? Every small change you make helps reduce risk, and that gives you more freedom to move around with ease and peace of mind. Now, maybe as you're hearing all of this, a part of you is thinking, okay, but what if I'm starting from zero? What if I haven't exercised in years and I'm afraid it's too late? I want you to know this. It is never too late to improve your balance. Never. Whether you're 65 or 85 or somewhere in between, your body is always listening. It's always ready to respond to the love and care you give it, even if you're starting small. You don't have to do everything all at once. Maybe today you try the leg lifts while brushing your teeth. Tomorrow you practice standing tall against the wall. A few days from now, you might feel ready to try the single leg stand or the mindful walk. Let it happen naturally. There's no rush, and something beautiful happens when you do this regularly. You start to feel proud of yourself. Not just because your balance improves, but because you've made a choice to take care of yourself in a way that's both kind and powerful. You start to feel more in control, more capable, more like you. Now, let's take a moment to go back to why this all matters. Falls aren't just an inconvenience. They can lead to serious injuries that take weeks or even months to recover from. And more often than not, they chip away at your confidence long before they affect your body. That's why prevention is so important. Not with fear, but with preparation. When you practice these exercises regularly, even for just a few minutes a day, you're doing something incredibly strong and smart. You're giving your future self the gift of freedom. The freedom to move. The freedom to walk through the world without fear. The freedom to enjoy your life on your terms. And here's something else worth remembering. Balance isn't just physical. It's emotional too. It's feeling steady in your heart, not just your feet. When you feel confident in your movements, you start showing up differently. You say yes to more. You join in. You laugh more freely. You take that walk with a friend. You reach for that top shelf again. You start living fully, not cautiously. So, whether you've already been working on your balance or today's your first time even thinking about it, I want to congratulate you, because awareness is the first step, and action, the small, steady, kind, that's what brings results. Now, before we wrap up, take a moment and ask yourself, how do I want to feel when I get out of bed in the morning? How do I want to move through my day? With worry or with confidence? You deserve the second one. You deserve to feel safe, strong, and capable because you are. If you found any of this helpful or encouraging, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments what exercises you're going to try first, or if you've already got some of your own balance tips to share. You never know who else might be inspired by your story, and if you want more easy tips to stay strong, steady, and independent after 60, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We're building a community here of people who believe that aging doesn't mean slowing down. It means getting smarter about how we move and care for ourselves. So here's to you, to your strength, your progress, and your journey. You're not just preventing falls, you're reclaiming your freedom, one simple step at a time. Here's to living your best life, balanced, bold, and beautifully you.